All of a sudden, it's about a week before we're getting ready to open, and up shows and starts saying what they feel. Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here, and I'm your chef on a mission. Today's mission is business. I did a series, and this is a continuation of the series, The Dark Side of Partnerships, where I'm sharing some personal experiences that I've had. I've been in 2 partnerships now in restaurants. The current restaurant that I'm in, Aroma Time, it's my wife and I don't have any other outside influence, nobody else's money. It's just mine and my wife's. It's what we've built, founded in 2003. I had a restaurant, I was a partner in a restaurant prior to this, and I was a partner in a restaurant just a couple years ago that didn't work out. The one I left in Colorado after about 2 years to move back to New York to do something better and bigger for myself. And then the other one just didn't work out at all. That was done with an ex-best friend. That was a mistake right there, by the way. Don't believe what people promise you at all, and this and that. This is why I'm doing this series, The Dark Side of Partnerships. So both of my partnerships have had, it was me and the guy, but both had spouses. Both had significant others. They had spouses. And I want to share, I'm not going to tell you which one this was from, but this is a true story. So I spent months developing the food, the concept, months doing a lot of things, months, building out. So a lot of time went in, effort went in with me and him, okay? All of a sudden, it's about a week before we're getting ready to open, and up shows the significant other, the spouse, and starts saying what they feel. And basically, would have been nice to get this way back before. However, I had to deal with the gentleman, with the guy. This is who we were, I never even thought this would have come into play at all. Well, all of a sudden the spouse goes up and she goes, "It's half my money and I have say here." I was like, okay. Now, the part of the problem with partnerships is you have somebody who has money, who has no experience in the restaurant, and you have somebody who has experience in the restaurant who doesn't have the money. So those two partner up and get together, right? So if you partner up with somebody who has no experience in the restaurant with the money, the spouse doesn't really have experience in the restaurant, this can be like a disaster waiting to happen. And, I'm going to make a video on, because people have asked me over the years, "Marcus, I want to invest in a restaurant. What should I look for as an investor?" And I'm going to do a series or a video on what it takes to be a good investor in a restaurant. Because being a restaurant investor is totally, and that's what I was after. I wasn't after a partner. I was after an investor. And an investor then went into a partnership in this deal because they were very hands-on, very controlling, very micromanaging, so it turns out this person just wanted a restaurant. When they told me up front they didn't want a restaurant, they just wanted a restaurant but didn't want anything to do with the restaurant because I'm the expert. So this is part of the problem with partnerships is one person gets the money, one person has the expertise, and then all of a sudden, between the money and lack of the expertise of one person, things can go haywire. But the point of this video was you really need, if somebody approaches you, "Hey, I want to give you money for a restaurant," you need to say, well, how does your spouse, how does your husband or how does your wife feel about this? And let's sit down and talk this out before we even go any further than this. Because I got to tell you, the last thing I expected was them her showing up and saying, "It's half my money and I have to say here." I was like, okay, I can see exactly where this is going to go. So, dark side of partnerships. Now, I have friends who have businesses, who have restaurants, that only do it with partners, okay? They only do it with partners. That's how they scaled their business. So I'm not saying partners are a bad thing, but I'm just giving you situations that I've made a mistake on my 2 partnerships. And really my restaurant now, I'm in a partnership with my wife because it's her and I, but we don't have any other outside influence. So I'm just sharing, some experiences that I had, but partnerships can be very beneficial. So don't let this discourage you by any means. And would I do another partnership? I probably would do I probably would do another partnership. I would probably take on an investor in another project. Absolutely, 100%. So I'll talk about basically the premise of an investor and a partner. Is an investor is somebody who puts money into it and sits back, says you do your thing. A partner is somebody who you join forces with, and the one situation, he was a partner right from the get-go. He ran the front of the house, was a partner right from the get-go. My other situation was not. He had no business, no experience in the restaurant business, and did not want to run the restaurant, did not want any kind of this, kind of that. But that quickly turned very around. And when the wife showed up and said she wants to say too, it's like, whoa. So partnership is where people get together and they run it together. An investor is where you have the main person running it and the other person or multiple people funneling money and giving money to that one person to run that business. So I hope this helps you if you ever get a partner in a restaurant or any business. Find out how everybody else in the family and their family feels about it. You don't want their kids showing up and thinking that they own the place and stuff like that, because people all of a sudden start feeling entitled and stuff like that, and that was that can be another issue. Is beyond the spouse, how about the family members? Okay, are they going to come in and abuse it? Are they going to come in and think they can eat whatever they want and this and that and not have to disregard and answer to anybody? So these are all things to work out ahead of time, right up front. So if somebody says to you, let's do something, I want to invest in you, I want to be your partner, say, okay, it's you and me. What's happening with the rest of your family? Let's sit down and talk about that right now so we never have to cross that road. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe. Head over to 50mistakes.com, 50mistakes.com. There's a bunch of free, cool business tips and tools over there and some resources to help you in your business.